Guys, good evening. You are welcome in the Society of Career Technology and Jan Vikas Mahasabha organized zoology classes. Today we will talk about structure and functioning of the heart in English medium. Heart, it is said that it is situated on the left side, but actually it is situated in the middle, in between both lungs. Only thing is that only at the corner of this heart is slightly tilted towards left side. Number one. Secondly, as I have told you many times that there is in the real diagrams given in the books, in the examination you cannot make them in the required time, in the scheduled time. So you have to simplify it. For example, this is the diagram of real structure of heart, external view and internal view. And if you have to answer it in 35 minutes, you have to make all diagram and describe it, the time will become insufficient. So you are supposed to only depict whatever you wish to depict in that diagram. You have to make diagrammatic representation. So in birds and mammals, the heart is made up of 4 chambers, 2 atria, left atrium and right atrium, which receives blood returning from body parts, blood returning from lungs comes into this left atrium, and the blood coming out back from body organs comes to open into this right atrium. There are 2 big veins, one precaval which brings blood from the organs situated in the anterior region, head, arms, neck, etc. And whereas there is a postcaval which brings blood from posterior parts or lower parts of our body. Both of these veins open into this right atrium by an opening which is called sinoatrial aperture. It is interesting to note that there are 2 lungs, and from each lung 2 veins come out in the left atrium. So a total 4 veins come back from lungs into this left atrium. There are 2 types of valves in the heart, one in between the left atrium and left ventricle. It is made up of 2 flaps, so it is called bicuspid valve. It is also called mitral valve because it resembles the cap of archbishops, and that cap is called mitre. So as this valve resembles to that cap of archbishop, it is also called mitral valve. And through this valve, blood comes back into the ventricle. Both atria are thin walled, but both ventricles are thick walled because they have to pump blood to different body parts. So the blood coming from all organs into this right atrium comes into right ventricle through a valve which is made up of 3 flaps, so it is called a tricuspid valve. And the blood coming from the lungs opens by a valve which is made up of 2 flaps only, so it is called bicuspid valve. There is a septum in between dividing left ventricle and right ventricle. Now from this ventricle the blood is pumped to the lungs and the different body parts. There is a different passage, different pathway for blood going to the lungs and blood going to the body parts. So here the blood which comes back from the body parts, it is pumped into the lungs by a pulmonary aorta which divides into two, and both supply blood to the two lungs. So here also we have a set of three semilunar valves which permit the blood to pass in this direction only, but backward flow is not possible. Here from the left ventricle the blood is pumped to the body parts by a systemic arch or aorta. Here also a set of three semilunar valves are there. So due to these semilunar valves, the blood can pass in this direction only, not in the backward direction. Now, it is interesting to note that just from third month of pregnancy, when a child is developing in the womb of its mother, till death, heart is continuously working and it never fatigues. How? It is a miracle. In 1 minute, 60 seconds, heart beats about 72 times. And there is a contraction and there is a relaxation. Contraction is called systole, relaxation is called diastole. It means one beat, which includes both systole and diastole, it is completed in about 0.8 to 0.85 seconds. And there are 4 events in each beat. First of all, you can see here the series of all these 4 events, each cardiac cycle. So first of all, there for 0.1 second there is an atrial systole. Both atria contract and they pump blood into the ventricle. And after that there is relaxation of atrium, which is called atrial diastole, for 0.7 seconds. Just after atrial systole, the two ventricles contract and pump the blood into pulmonary and systemic arches. It is much stronger. So ventricular systole or contraction takes place about 0.3 seconds. And after this ventricular systole, there is ventricular diastole of 0.5 seconds. So these 4 events together, they are called cardiac cycle. Now, one interesting fact is that in the heart of birds and mammals, we get double circulation. Double circulation means after returning from blood from an organ and next time reaching in that organ, blood passes through the heart 2 times. And there is complete separation of pulmonary circulation and systemic circulation. Why? Just see. The ventricle have to send blood, oxygenated blood to all body organs. Normally, arteries carry more oxygenated blood to the body organs. And from the body organs, the returning blood is less oxygenated. Mind it, that in most of the books it has been written that the returning blood from organs is deoxygenated. No, it is not deoxygenated. It still contains some oxygen. Only thing is that the blood which is carried to the different body organs, contains more amount of oxygen, and the returning blood contains comparatively lesser amount of oxygen. So the blood supplied by left ventricle to the body organs comes back into the right atrium, into the sinoatrial aperture. Both postcaval and precaval open at the same time, and this blood is then sent to right ventricle. From right ventricle, this blood which has been brought up from organs which is less oxygenated, now it is sent to the lungs by pulmonary or artery. So there is a difference that for all body organs, the artery which carries blood to all body organs contains a blood containing more amount of oxygen. It is more oxygenated, and the returning blood is less oxygenated. Whereas the artery which goes to lungs, it has to collect oxygen from the lungs, so the pulmonary artery contains less oxygenated blood, and then after returning from lungs by the pulmonary vein, it is more oxygenated. So this way you can see here that there is complete separation of blood supplied to the different body organs and to the lungs. This separation of pulmonary circulation and systemic circulation is called double circulation. So it is more efficient as compared to the single circulation which is found in fishes, amphibians and reptiles. Now let us talk about the conducting system which keeps on the heart beating every time. There are two types of hearts. In the heart of earthworm, cockroach, etc., it is neurogenic, in which the order or message for beating is sent by the nervous system directly, so it is called neurogenic heart. But in case of heart of mollusks and vertebrates, if we just take out our heart outside our body and keep it in a bowl, even it will continue beating for about 10, 15, 20 minutes, because the message or order for beating is supplied from a specialized organ present in the wall of heart itself. So there are two centers or transformers. One is called SA node, which is situated in the right atrium near the sinoatrial aperture, so it is called sinoatrial node. And very interesting fact is, first of all, it sends message to both atria. Here the distance is less and here the distance is more, but in both atria the message reaches at the same time, because here the speed is 0.1 second, 0.1 meter per second, but here the speed is 0.3 meter per second. So this way the message reaches to both atria at the same time and both atria contract. At the same time, this SA node also sends message to the second pacemaker, which is called AV node or atrioventricular node. It is situated just in between the septum of left and right atrium near the cuspic valves. From here, by the help of three internodal fibers, the message is sent to the ventricle, but a precaution has to be kept. Till the contraction of atria is not completed, the ventricle has not to contract. So till that time, 0.1 second, when atrial contraction is going on, the message is of course conveyed to the AV node, but it is slowed down and it is balanced in such a way that it will reach AV node only when the contraction of both atria will be completed. And immediately after that, what happens? AV node sends some bundle of H in both heart of both H and her. This nerve fiber is called bundle of His. So this is a partiality. But this bundle of His again sends branches to the wall of both ventricles together, which are called Purkinje fibers. So by here the speed is again increased and the message is carried to the both walls at the same time, and wall of both ventricles contract at the same time. So this way the conducting system is very beautifully regulated. And one more thing, along with all blood supply collecting blood from organs and lungs to the heart, and blood supply which carries blood to the lungs and to the different body parts, we have another supply of blood vessels to the heart wall itself, which is called coronary. So there are two coronary arteries and two coronary veins, and it has many branches. So these branches supply message to all muscles of the heart, and if there is any blockage in any coronary artery and blood is not supplied to a part of the heart, it may lead to heart attack. So in that case either stunting is done or bypass surgery is done. And for returning blood also from the whole heart into again the aorta, there are two coronary veins which bring blood back to the aorta. So this much about the heart. Thank you very much.